Hey guys, Skidoo Backcountry Expert Dave Norona here, and I'm super pumped because today we're going to install a full set of these brand new Fox Float 3 Evols with a QS3 into this 2018 Summit 175. The reason why I went with the Fox Float 3 Evols is because they're generally lighter than coilovers, as well as they have more adjustable spring rate, especially for lighter riders like myself or heavier riders or ones with high horsepower machines, which this definitely is you can adjust that rate with just taking away or adding air. Makes it really, really easy. The other thing I love about this system is it has the QS3, which is basically 3 different calibrations, so soft, medium, and hard, and that you can switch with the flick of a switch when you're out riding to adapt or make the suspension perfect and adaptable for the conditions that you're using them in. So very, very cool. Of course, they have the Kashima coating. They also have the ice scraper technology, which is basically a seal that scrapes away the ice off the shock, and it eliminates any ice penetrating into the seals and getting into the oil. They're also fully revalvable and rebuildable. One of the other things that I'm going to add today is the sway bar disconnect. Now this will allow me to take the sway bar in and out of the machine. I generally always ride with the sway bar in with the Summit in stock form. However, with the stiffer suspension, I actually like having the sway bar out in the backcountry, but I like having it in for the trail as well as sled skiing. So this will allow me to choose what I want when I want it. Well, let's get at this install. First thing you're going to do is raise the front of the sled off the ground, and we're also going to remove the sway bar. At this time, I'm actually going to install the parts for my quick disconnect for the sway bar as well, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then you'll just actually take the bolts out for the stock shocks and replace them with the Fox Evol shocks, and they just sort of go in very, very easily. As we move to the back, the best thing to do is put the machine over on its side. And it's great because you don't have to take the skid out if you do it this way. You're going to use a ratchet strap to tighten up under where the limiter strap is, and then you're going to go ahead and loosen off and back off that limiter strap. And this will allow you to get at the center shock, and it'll come out really easy. For the rear shock, what you're going to do is take the bolt out for the rear knuckle, and again, this will make it super easy for you to take the rear shock out. And once we have that all done, we're going to install these beautiful Fox Float 3 Evols. When you do the rear shock, make sure that you have the reservoir pointing down, and there isn't a spare bolt that will come in the kit that you need to replace with the stock bolt, and it's just a little bit longer, and so you can go ahead and do that. And then tighten up that knuckle, and then of course we're going to add the center shock, which will go in, and then tighten it up at the top. Then you're going to retighten your limiter strap, and of course one of the last things is we're just going to reinstall the quick disconnect for the sway bar, and you're done. Well, there you go guys, real easy install of these Fox Float 3 Evols all the way around. And one of the things that I'm going to do is they come with the directions in the manual that will give you sort of a starting point where to set them at, set up your sag. I'm going to go with 70 pounds in the main chamber in the front and 150 in the Evol chamber, and then in the center shock I'm going to do 50 in the main and 120 in the Evol chamber. And I'm going to go 12 clicks fully closed on the rebound, and this will give me a middle starting point. I'll also set my QS3 at number 2, so in the middle. And then when I get into the backcountry, I'll of course have my pump, and I can adjust it from there, either taking air out or adding air, whether I want it softer or stiffer. And of course I've got the QS3 for making it softer and stiffer as well as I move through terrain and find out the best setup for me. So it's really easy to do. The other thing that's great now is that the Fox shocks are available in the Skidoo catalog right from your local dealer. So make sure you head in there, pick your setup today. We'll see you in the backcountry.